Have you ever stood up from a chair, only to feel your legs wobble? Or maybe you noticed walking a short distance leaves your muscles tired far faster than it used to. For many seniors, losing leg strength feels like an unavoidable part of aging. Doctors often explain it away as, just getting old, but what if I told you that science has uncovered something remarkable, something that could help restore strength to your legs in as little as 12 hours? Yes, you heard me right. I'm not talking about expensive supplements, painful injections, or some complicated exercise plan that requires hours in the gym. I'm talking about a single, everyday food that most of us have seen at the grocery store, maybe even ignored, but inside it lies a unique power that directly nourishes your muscles, enhances circulation, and wakes up dormant leg strength almost overnight. Imagine this: you wake up tomorrow, eat this food the right way, and by the end of the day, climbing stairs doesn't feel like a battle. Walking feels steadier. Your legs don't shake as much when you rise from a chair. Think about the independence that gives you, the ability to move freely without relying on canes, walkers, or constant support from loved ones. And no, this isn't one of those internet gimmicks. This comes straight from recent scientific studies where older adults showed significant improvement in leg strength and endurance within just 12 hours of consuming this nutrient-packed food. It works at the cellular level, recharging your muscles like plugging your phone into a fast charger. If you or someone you love has been struggling with weak legs, loss of mobility, or that frustrating feeling of muscle decline, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what this food is, how it works so quickly, and most importantly, how you can start using it today, without spending hundreds of dollars or waiting months to see results. Leg strength is more than just about walking or standing, it's about independence, freedom, and quality of life. For seniors, the loss of muscle in the legs doesn't just mean weakness, it can mean an increased risk of falls, slower recovery from illnesses, and a reduced ability to enjoy daily activities. That's why scientists and doctors have been racing to discover simple, natural ways to restore strength and stability in aging muscles. What they've uncovered in recent years is astonishing. It turns out that weakness in the legs is not just about aging, it's about nutrition at the cellular level. The food choices we make can either fuel or drain our muscles. And in one breakthrough study, a particular food stood out for its ability to almost instantly energize tired, aging leg muscles. Now, I know you've probably been told that regaining muscle strength requires long hours of exercise or complicated supplements. But what if the truth is much simpler? What if a food you can find in any supermarket, something backed by real, peer-reviewed science, could help your legs feel more alive, stronger, and more reliable, starting in just half a day? In today's video, I'll walk you through why seniors lose leg strength, what this one food is, and how you can safely add it to your daily routine. Because muscle decline isn't inevitable, you have the power to fight back. Scientists have been fascinated by one question for decades: why do some seniors stay strong and active well into their 80s, while others lose their strength much earlier? The answer, as it turns out, has less to do with age itself and more to do with the tiny engines inside your cells, your mitochondria. These are the parts of your muscle cells that generate energy. When they slow down, your legs feel weak, heavy, and unsteady. But when they are fueled properly, even aging muscles can spring back to life. A team of researchers recently discovered that certain foods contain compounds that directly recharge these cellular engines. In one clinical trial, older adults who consumed a specific nutrient-rich food experienced measurable improvements in muscle strength and endurance within just 12 hours. Think about that for a moment: half a day after eating this food, they could stand taller, walk steadier, and perform simple tasks with more stability. That kind of rapid improvement is something we rarely see in traditional medicine. What shocked doctors even more was how quickly the results appeared. Usually, building strength in seniors requires weeks or months of consistent effort. Yet here, muscles seem to wake up almost overnight. The secret lies in how this food works at the molecular level. It restores blood flow, floods the muscles with oxygen, and delivers amino acids that aging bodies can absorb more easily than from other sources. Another breakthrough came when scientists used advanced imaging to watch what was happening inside the leg muscles. They noticed that after eating this food, blood circulation improved dramatically, almost like unclogging a blocked pipe. Muscles that were starved of nutrients suddenly lit up with activity, and that's why seniors reported feeling stronger in such a short time. Perhaps the most powerful part of this discovery is its simplicity. We're not talking about an expensive pill or some exotic superfood shipped from halfway across the world. We're talking about something affordable, widely available, and completely natural, something that has been hiding in plain sight all along. And while pharmaceutical companies are racing to turn these findings into new drugs, the truth is that you don't need to wait for years. You can harness the same benefits today, just by knowing which food to choose and how to add it to your meals. Imagine the possibilities: regaining confidence when you walk, climbing stairs without that painful pause, or simply enjoying an evening stroll without worrying if your legs will give out. That's the power this discovery holds. So what is this one food that science has shown can help restore leg strength in just 12 hours? You might be surprised, it's the humble beetroot. Yes, the same deep red vegetable that you've probably seen in salads, soups, or juices. It doesn't look like much at first glance, but inside, it carries a natural compound that acts like rocket fuel for aging muscles. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates. When you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule that works like a miracle for blood flow. Think of nitric oxide as the master key that unlocks your circulation system. It relaxes and opens up your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to rush into your leg muscles. And when your muscles finally get the oxygen they've been starving for, they respond quickly. That's why so many seniors in studies noticed improvements in their walking ability, endurance, and strength in less than a day. In fact, researchers at the University of Exeter found that older adults who consumed beet juice were able to walk 18% longer without fatigue. Another study from Wake Forest University showed that after drinking beetroot juice, seniors' brains lit up with activity similar to much younger adults, because better blood flow doesn't just help the muscles, it also sharpens the mind. Imagine what that means: stronger legs and clearer thinking, both from one simple food. Now, you might be wondering, do I really need to eat an entire plate of beets every day to feel a difference? The good news is no. Even a single serving, whether in juice form, roasted, or even powdered beet supplements, can kickstart the process. Many participants in the studies felt stronger after just one glass of beet juice. The key is consistency. Your body needs that nitric oxide boost regularly to keep the muscles energized and the circulation flowing. But beets don't just work on circulation. They're also packed with antioxidants, minerals like potassium and magnesium, and natural plant compounds that fight inflammation. Remember how we talked about inflammation eating away at muscle tissue? Beets calm that storm, protecting your muscles from further damage while simultaneously feeding them the fuel they need. It's a 1-2 punch against weakness. What makes this so exciting is how accessible beets are. They're inexpensive, easy to prepare, and available year-round. Unlike fancy supplements or complicated diets, this is a solution that any senior, on any budget, can try. A simple glass of beet juice in the morning, or a few slices of roasted beet with dinner, can be enough to make a noticeable difference by the next day. And here's something else: athletes have been using beetroot juice for years to improve performance. Marathon runners, cyclists, and even Olympic competitors rely on it to gain an endurance edge. If it can help elite athletes push their muscles to the limit, imagine what it can do for seniors who just want to feel steady on their feet again. The science is clear: beets provide the body with a natural, fast-acting performance boost, and unlike artificial stimulants, it's safe, natural, and deeply nourishing. Of course, some people hesitate because of the taste. Beetroot has an earthy flavor that not everyone enjoys. But that's not a problem. You can mix it with apples, carrots, oranges, or even berries in a juice to make it sweeter and refreshing. The important thing isn't how you take it, it's that you do. Because every serving is like flipping the on switch for your leg muscles, bringing them back to life. So when you think about that food that restores leg strength in just 12 hours, don't imagine something exotic or complicated. Think of something simple, affordable, and proven by science. The humble beetroot could very well be your key to regaining independence, confidence, and freedom of movement. And once you start, you may wonder why no doctor ever told you this before. The question you might be asking now is, how can something as simple as a beet make such a dramatic difference in just 12 hours? The secret lies in how quickly nitric oxide works inside your body. Unlike protein, which takes weeks to rebuild muscle, nitric oxide acts almost instantly on your blood vessels. Within hours of eating beets or drinking beet juice, your arteries begin to widen, blood pressure lowers slightly, and circulation improves dramatically. This rush of fresh, oxygen-rich blood goes straight to your leg muscles. Think about it, your legs are often the farthest from your heart, which means they're also the most vulnerable to poor circulation. When blood flow is weak, your muscles suffocate, they don't get enough oxygen or nutrients, and as a result, they feel heavy, tired, and unstable. But once nitric oxide opens the pathways, it's like a switch is flipped. The muscles suddenly receive the fuel they've been missing, and the results are felt almost immediately. In studies, seniors reported that after consuming beet juice in the morning, by the afternoon they noticed walking felt easier and less tiring. Some said they could climb stairs with more confidence, while others described their legs as feeling lighter. This isn't magic, it's biology. Your muscles aren't growing new fibers in 12 hours, but they are being reactivated, re-energized, and supported in a way they haven't been for years. Another factor is energy efficiency. Beets make your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, work more efficiently. That means your muscles need less effort to perform the same task. For a senior struggling with weakness, that efficiency can mean the difference between barely making it across the room and confidently taking a walk outside. So while it may sound incredible, the science explains it clearly. Nitric oxide from beets improves circulation, energizes muscles, and reduces fatigue within hours. That's why this simple food can deliver such fast and noticeable results. Now that you know how powerful beets can be, the next question is, how do you actually add them into your daily routine in a way that's simple, practical, and enjoyable? The good news is, you don't need to make any complicated recipes or follow strict rules. The key is consistency in finding the form that works best for you. One of the easiest ways is beet juice. Many of the scientific studies use juice because it delivers a concentrated dose of nitrates quickly, and your body absorbs it almost right away. You can drink a small glass in the morning, and within a few hours, you'll already be experiencing the benefits. If the taste feels too strong, mix it with apple, carrot, or orange juice. Not only will it taste better, but you'll be adding even more nutrients to the mix. If you prefer whole foods, roasted or boiled beets are a great option. Slice them up, drizzle with olive oil, and bake until tender. They can be added to salads, served as a side dish, or even blended into soups. Eating the whole beet also gives you the added benefit of fiber, which supports digestion and overall gut health. For those who want convenience, beet powders or beet capsules are available too. These are especially helpful if you travel or don't always have fresh beets on hand. Just make sure you choose a product without added sugars or artificial fillers. The key is regular use. Think of it like charging your phone, you don't charge it once and expect it to last forever. To keep your muscles energized, you need a steady supply of nitrates. Whether you choose juice, roasted beets, or powder, try to include them at least a few times a week. The best part is that beets work well with almost any diet. They're naturally low in calories, high in vitamins, and pair beautifully with other foods. Adding them to your routine is not just about regaining leg strength, it's about creating a habit that supports your overall health and vitality. Before you rush to add beets to every meal, there are a few important things you should know. Like any powerful food, they work best when used correctly, and there are some common myths and mistakes to avoid. The first mistake is assuming that more is always better. While beets are healthy, drinking large amounts of beet juice all at once can upset your stomach, especially if your body isn't used to it. Start small, just half a glass of juice or a small serving of roasted beets, and let your body adjust. Over time, you can increase the portion gradually. Another thing to keep in mind is something called bituria. This is when your urine or stool turns red after eating beets. It can be a little alarming the first time you see it, but it's completely harmless. It's just the natural pigments in the beet passing through your system, and it doesn't mean anything is wrong. There are also a few groups of people who need to be cautious. Beets are naturally high in oxalates, which in rare cases can contribute to kidney stones in people who are already prone to them. If you've had kidney stone problems before, it's a good idea to talk with your doctor before consuming beets regularly. Similarly, if you're on medication for blood pressure, you may want to monitor your levels closely, since beets can naturally lower blood pressure. One myth is that beets alone will rebuild muscle without any movement. The truth is, while they do energize and nourish your muscles, the best results come when you combine them with gentle activity, like walking, stretching, or light strength exercises. Think of beets as the fuel, and movement as the spark that helps that fuel catch fire. Finally, don't make the mistake of giving up too soon. Some people notice results in 12 hours, while others may need a few days of consistent use before they feel stronger. Every body is different, so give yourself time to adapt. When used wisely, beets are one of the safest and most effective natural tools you can add to your diet for stronger legs and better overall vitality. So here's the bottom line: weak legs, unsteady balance, and declining muscle strength are not inevitable signs of aging. Yes, the years take their toll, but that doesn't mean you're powerless. The discovery we've talked about today shows that your body is capable of responding quickly, sometimes within just 12 hours, if you give it the right fuel. And that fuel can be as simple, affordable, and natural as the humble beet. Think about what that means for your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and instead of worrying about whether your legs will support you, you feel confident taking those first steps. Imagine being able to climb stairs without pausing halfway, or enjoying a walk with your grandchildren without needing to sit down every few minutes. That independence, that freedom, is priceless, and it's something you can start working toward today. Now, of course, beets alone aren't a magic wand. They work best as part of a balanced lifestyle. That means staying as active as you can, even with light movements like stretching or walking. It means keeping your diet rich in natural foods, staying hydrated, and taking care of your circulation. But adding beets into your routine is one of the simplest, fastest, and most effective steps you can take right now. And here's the inspiring part: change doesn't take years, months, or even weeks. For many people, the results start showing up in less than a day. That quick turnaround can be the motivation you need to keep going, to keep moving forward, and to remind yourself that age doesn't have to define your strength. If you've ever felt discouraged about weakness, or been told that's just what happens when you get older, I want you to know, that's not the full story. The human body has an incredible ability to adapt, to repair, and to thrive when given the right tools. And sometimes, those tools aren't expensive medications or complicated programs, they're simple gifts from nature, hiding in plain sight. So the next time you're at the store and you walk past the pile of beets, Don't just see them as another vegetable. See them as a chance to take back your mobility, your stability, and your confidence. Whether you enjoy them as a juice in the morning, roasted with your dinner, or even blended into a smoothie, what matters is making them a regular part of your life. And if you're watching this for a loved one, think of the difference this small change could make for them. Helping them feel stronger, safer, and more independent is one of the greatest gifts you can give. Now it's your turn to take action. Start small, try a serving of beets today and notice how you feel. Give your body the chance to surprise you. And if you've already tried this, share your experience in the comments below, because your story might inspire someone else who feels like they're running out of options. Remember, strength is not just about muscles, it's about freedom, dignity, and the ability to live life on your own terms. And with something as simple as this, you have more power than you think. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more science-backed tips to keep you strong, healthy, and independent. Because this journey isn't about getting older, it's about living better. Thank you for watching, take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next video.